Hello, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 3. Today, well, I was doing a little something off screen. I'm level 98. So yeah, in case you're wondering, I passed from level 52. I was more than level 52. I was almost 60, I think, to level 98. And it didn't take me that long, actually. So, allow me to show you what I did to get to this insanely high level. I went to Battle Gates. Battle Gate 1 specifically. And I just wanted to share with you how I got to this level today.
Come on, fellas!
It's not complicated at all. If you have the ultimate weapon, it's even easier. And I looked. It takes about 12 to 15 minutes to get up 10 level. So you do the calcul in your head. You know it to be good, but behold the power. And I'm level 99 now. I just wanted to do this on screen, but yes, just spam this forever, and it'll be fine. And once more, and if it's clean, if we do the perfect, there it is. And that's how easy it is to level up here. You just go in and you use the weapon of mass destruction that is the ultimate Keyblade, and voila! Level 99. I don't believe I gain any new ability or anything. I can pretty much have everything equipped at the same time if I choose to. But yeah. And now, vengeance will be mine. Oh, sweet, sweet revenge. Yes. It is time to challenge Battle Gate 14. We can do it, I believe. I have failed a few times against him already. But I can only get him to near its end, so after this he gets very wild with what he does. You can be fairly aggressive in this first phase. Try to not trigger this, because it's dangerous for no specific reason. This is super easy to dodge. Wait for them, don't go too fast, and just fly in circle. Don't try to jump too early, because there is time when they're coming towards you, they will hit you while you're flying, which, you know, unnecessary damage. And this whirlwind attack he just did that I ignored, this is the most dangerous move he does. Because if you get hit by it, not only can you not block it, but it will also stun you. And in this phase, well, he's a little bit more spicy. Because he chained things together, and on top of this, whenever he attacks, he will jump backward.
Here we go!
Making him kind of painful, because even if you want to catch him, he's gonna go far away from you. And here, in this form, it's easier to touch him, but still. I can also reinforce him like this, because this actually hurts him a lot. Oh, he was changing for to his lash form. That's sad. Also, don't. Oh boy. Yep. Just try your best. Oh, I thought my character like did an auto dodge or some crazy nonsense like this. Ah. Oh, I almost reacted very poorly to this. So that's not good, but I can still... What is he doing? Okay, he was close enough to get hit. Yeah, I think the best bet you have in this form is just use this. Yes! Alright, got him. Woo. Crystal Regalia grant a huge boost in strength and magic and a small boost in maximum AP. Finger Smack Selfie Pose unlock. What is Finger Smack? And why do I want it?
Gosh, so much has happened here.
Oh yes. Yes, please. That'll do a good thumbnail so you know what's up. Boop. There it is. And that's also pretty cute. I kinda like that we got to emote basically for this.
Yeah!
Kinda nice. I also wanted to see what... I was thinking maybe it was gonna flick it, but no. Okay. I have defeated Battlegate 14. Now, the moment you're all been waiting for. It's reading time. So, can I find secret report right here? I have completed so many things without even trying, that's amazing. There's 13 secret reports, so let's get to reading. Recollection. Am I alive? I awoke in a cell alone until the researcher came with their tests and their prodding to uncover my identity. I had no answer to offer them. 4 friends and a key. That is the sum total of my memory. I could not even recall my name. I was simply called X there. My only solace was the time I spent talking with the 2 boys who would visit from time to time. One day, a man came to take me from the prison. I could not see him for the darkness, save that he wore an eye patch. Even now, year on, I feel no closer to understanding who or what I am. May my heart be my guiding key. Mark of Mastery Journal. Some day have passed since I set off on my journey to prepare for the Mark of Mastery examination. Ericus asked for leave to undertake the same pilgrimage. Wow, that was... Wait, Ericus asked for leave to undertake the same pilgrimage, but apparently I am to be first to tour the worlds written of in the old fairy tale. All of this feel like it's written in a bit of a weird way, but alright. Until a few short years ago, I'd known only my own world, a speck of land surrounded by sea. But how I dream of, yearn for the world beyond. And granted guidance from the future, I left that nest behind as I treaded the path of my master. As I treaded the path to my master's side, I came in contact with darkness in many forms. I knew even then, as by instinct, terrifying as its power was, it could be harnessed, mastered. Ericus is a blue blood descendant from the very first master in the age of fairy tale. But I did not come this far to indulge in adulation. I will be his peer, his equal, and to do that I must learn to wield the power born from both darkness and light in proper balance. Xehanort. Experiment of the Heart. Note on Subject X. Excerpt 1. Subject was found in the central square shortly after dawn. A female approximately 15 years old. After 7 days observation, she spoke her first word, but could not provide a name. Subject exhibits sign of profound amnesia, and display concern about which world this is. Her words suggest that she departed her home world with others, though she cannot recall the name of her erstwhile companion. All effort to explore those memories have met with a rejection response. After his initial experiment on me, Ansem the Wise ceased his research into the heart. His hands stay by some fear I cannot fathom. His hands stayed by some fear I cannot fathom. Yet this new subject is like me, devoid of memories. She is the perfect sample upon which to continue my master's work. She too could benefit from it. By traversing the heart, we have a direct path into memory. I myself have begun to reclaim my lost past thanks to these very experiments. Who is she? Whence has she come? These are questions no scientist could ignore, and the words she muttered, "May your heart be your guiding key." Xehanorth. Experiment of the Heart. Note on Subject X. Excerpt 2. Subject's memory have not returned, and our conversation remain less than lucid. What fragment can be gleaned evoke a bygone world, like one out of a fairy tale. As improbable as it seems, the question may not be where she has come from, but when. If she truly has crossed through time, the prospect of probing her heart is all the more compelling. My pilot's study used a handful of subjects, but none possessed the fortitude to endure them. Ultimately, all suffered mental collapse. I knew it would be a heavy blow to lose a subject as unique as she. Upon discovering the test I've been conducting, my master demanded that I cease my work immediately and destroy what research I have compiled. Worse still, he ordered the release of my remaining subject. She is gone. Where's Subject X now? Has wise Master Ansem hidden her away? Whatever the case, I will not be deterred. I will take her place as the first subject in the grand experiment to come. Xehanorth. Memoir Excerpt 1. The castle was a wonderland to us children. Within its wall, Ansem the Wise conducted his research, and the fruits it bore allow everyone outside to live in peace and happiness. That alone was enough to stroke our interest. True, not all of the rumor that escaped its wall were so benevolent. By night, the muffled sound of human wails emerged. There was talk of dangerous human experimentation. Lee and I couldn't help but hatch a plot to steal inside and sate our curiosity. The two who stood guard at the gate were researchers themselves, though you wouldn't think of it to see them. Massive and barrel-chested as they were, and slipping past that duo was only the first hurdle. It proved one not easily clear. We were found and tossed out on our ear, time and again. One day, we finally secured our entry. We descended the long spiral stair at the heart of the castle to find a dark space below it, lined with cages. There wasn't light enough to see if they were inhabited, and we were in no position to call out to any occupants within. Yet we could feel it, a definite presence there in the black. Terror watched over us, and we immediately regretted coming. But just as we turned to flee, we heard the faintest of voice. The urge to run was nigh overpowering, but someone or something beacon us on. There, framed by a tennis silver of light, we found her, Syax. Memoir Excerpt 2. It was too dim to make out her feature. We spoke to her in a hushed whisper. Who was she? Why was she imprisoned here? She had no answer for us, had no memory at all. She was an enigma, but I knew I wanted to help her. And so we continue our infiltration. Most of them stopped short of the castle gates. When we did manage our way inside, we spoke with her. That was all the comfort two children like us could offer, but Lee had other ideas. He was determined to free her. We slipped into the castle that day, knowing only that we wanted with all our heart to save her. But we did not find her inside on that day or the next, or any of our subsequent visits. Has she been moved? Had we simply imagined her? Lee and I knew there was only one way to be certain, and so we stand before the castle gate today, not as trespassing children, but in order to become Ansem the Wise' newest apprentice, Syax. On the replica program and reanimation, following my erasure and my recompletion as a human, I did not awaken right away. Perhaps the damage was exceptionally grave. Even after waking, I remained in bed, pondering my next course of action. In my work on the replica program for the organization, I produced some 20 vessels. Most of the early results were failure. Not one of them granted a number. The first success to emerge from that early lot was the Riku replica. Subsequently, Shion, number 1, I guess? It says I, but I'm assuming it's for 1, was essentially indistinguishable from a natural human, though she became unstable due to the influence of others. Using those two as my foundation, I worked to construct a number of nigh-perfect replica, but just as they neared completion, my efforts were cut short. I suspect Xehanort aimed to use both the initial lot as well as the unused replica from my later work. I arose today and decided to walk out to the square, my first outing in some time. Yet my stroll was interrupted when a surprising visitor appeared with an unexpected offer. Though younger than me, he'd risen to become Xemnas' right hand. I accepted his term and became a nobody once more. Easier to gain access to the old replica program that way. Whatever it takes to atone. Vexen. The real organization. Xehanort seek to gather 12 vessels which together with his true actual self, he considered the real organization 13. Now that he has the number he needs, Demix and I are being treated as reserve. Several others who serve Xemnas in the old organization have followed the same course as mine, electing to abandon their newly restored humanity and rejoin the real organization as nobodies. But not Xemnas. Xemnas cannot exist in the present because there is already a Xehanort here, the old man in charge. The old man's humanity prevents his heart, is a heartless and nobody, other vanquished in the past and his younger self from being denizen of this time. I just want to reread this because I feel it was weird. The old man's humanity prevented his heartless and nobody, others vanquished in the past, and his younger self from being denizen of this time. It still feels weird even though I read it second time, but alright. To circumvent this, Xehanort is using the prototype replica I created in the past as container, plucking his other self's heart from the time they existed. Xehanort ordered me to refine the prototype to make them closer still to the real thing, perfecting my creation so they may house true flesh and blood human suit my flesh and blood human suits my own purpose as well. All that remains for my atonement is to devise a way to pass on as many of the vessel as I can to those who truly deserve them. Vexen. Ensign Code Conspectus Excerpt 1. I have pored over the data my master entrusted to Riku. Here I offer my preliminary conclusion. Within Sora's heart are 3 compartmentalized boxes, each containing the heart of another. One box hold Roxas, another hold a second heart that has been with Sora nearly as long. The third has held his heart for much longer. These hearts have melded with Sora and no longer have a voice of their own. Any attempt to mechanically extract them would prove as dire for Sora as what caused him to become a Heartless in the first place. First, a vessel for each heart must be readied. Then, a spark of some sort is required to induce its waking. Obviously, the ideal solution is to restore each heart to his own body, but whatever the case for the 2 unknown individuals, Roxas possessed no such thing. The same is true for Namine, who we believe reside in Kari's heart. Still, if alternate body can be secured for them, all their hearts require to be awakened is that spark, people they care for and who care for them, who can show them the way home. Completed and perfect digitalization of the heart is impossible. We can only hope to partially reconstruct it. Thus, I see no way forward but to extract the heart we so desperately need directly from within Sora. Fortunately, the data stored in Twilight Town contain a near-perfect record of the memory of those who lived there, and for Roxas and Namine especially, this is crucial. Yenzo. Ensign Code Conspectus Excerpt 2. Whew. As for how to contain their hearts, the only conceivable option is the replicas. If we transfer in the digital memory from the Twilight Town archive, the replicas should be able to reconstruct each individual's human appearance with near-perfect result. Then their heart need only the right spark to wake them, so they may find their way out of Sora and Kari and into those newly made bodies. The replica program was truly revolutionary, but it was incomplete at the time of the old organization dissolution. Without Evan, how are we to further the research? We need at least 3 replicas, one for Roxas, one for Namine, and one for the unknown stowaway within Sora's heart. These are difficult quandaries, but I have worked through my master's data. I find myself remembering the taste of ice cream. When I was a boy, he would bring me some when we took walk together. There will be time to regret my betrayal later. For now, my focus may be on hiccups. My focus must be on restoring Roxas and Namine's and providing my master and proving my master had good intention. Yenzo. I'm gonna drink. Just a second. Okay. Observation Excerpt 1. I have seen it true. The Keyblade War unfolded exactly as written on the lost page. Now the Keyblade the master entrusted to me must be bequeathed to another. 5 Union leaders have been chosen from the surviving Dandelion. I will pass the Keyblade to one of them and then continue watching the future unfold. Yeah. Yet it seemed that someone has pulled the old switcheroo. One of the 5 is an imposter, someone the master did not choose. They represent a virus in the program he so carefully wrote. The virus has begun a strange undertaking, a reckless plot to allow the Five to escape into another world line. Surely such a thing can't be possible. We're talking about the same trick that allowed the dandelions. It's dandelion, right? To transfer to another world line after the Keyblade War. But these children are no masters. They haven't the mean, unless, of course, a certain lady of magic summoned her from the future no more than I do. A certain lady of magic summoned here from the future no more than I do. The whole union leader thing was supposed to be by the book. Are these new events just another phase in the Master Grand Plan? Or no? Observation Excerpt 2. Even on a world line with no Keyblade War, peace is but a dream. In the absence of us and our master, a darkness arrive, one that shall surely lead the world to yet another demise. Amid the chaos, I bequeath my Keyblade to one of the Union leader, just as the master instructed. I watch as the Five were sent to another world line at no small cost, ensuring the line of Keyblade wielder will live on. And now, Keybladeless, I must depart this land to fulfill my final task. This means casting my own body aside and sojourning my heart in vessel after vessel, as many as it take. But I will continue gazing upon each passing era one unto the next. In time, be it years or decades, century or millennia, I will meet the Five once more. Somewhere in this cyclical history of bequeathing, a chosen one will appear and reenact the Keyblade War. When this scapegoat arrive and take my Keyblade in hand, that will be the time to take the stage and finish my role. The Lost Master will awaken, unknown. So that's Xigbar, or what was his name? I forgot the name he normally has, but oh well. Observation Excerpt 3. It seemed this body, this name will be my last. The life I have lived over the age could fill volume, but for now I must focus on what matters most. The Keyblade has been successfully passed down generation to generation, and it seems a Keyblade master devoted to the darkness may finally arise. Until now, I have watched over the course of events from a distance. Perhaps the time has come to intervene. I need only play the role of a fool desirous of the Keyblade's power. I will don the mask of his ally in order to keep watch over my Keyblade from close by. The Gazing Eye, a Keyblade forged from the eye of the Master of Masters. He passed it to me as I have to others, and though it can see the future, all that will ever come to pass. Spanning the age in body after body, life after life, my task has been to keep vigil over the eye as it passed from hand to hand. It has been a long time, longer than I can express. But now at last the Keyblade War has begun, and Kingdom Hearts will open, a true and completed Kingdom Hearts, born of the clash between darkness and light. I will soon be reunited with my old companion, and in that moment my long vigil will reach its end. He will return, unknown. Well then. That was a lot. So yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up, but we got a lot of insight on what's actually happening. So there is an extra character we still don't know about. The one that Lee and Sayax were trying to save at the very beginning of all this, the unknown that that Xehanort was actually experimenting on. We don't know who this is. But anyway, I think I'm gonna call it quits right here. That seemed like a good point to stop. So, like always, like, comment, subscribe, please. It really does help. And I feel like it's not too much of an effort, right? Just clicking a few buttons and writing even one word, just like nice or poop or whatever you want. Try writing pickles. Pickles is a sure value, I feel. And with all this nonsense out of the way, I bid you a glorious day, and I'll see you on the next episode of Kingdom Hearts 3 because, oh, there is more to do. Bye bye.